stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Morning. It is. It's morning in Colorado. I'm a little early, so you know how it works. Waste a little bit of time. Blah, blah, blah. So I'll tell you about my night and my morning while we're waiting on people. Should probably go ahead and do this part. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name's Dion. I'm your host. I will continue to be your host. And if you're here, please say hello. It is nice to hear from you. But as always, you are not required to. Not with me. Okay? I don't need to know who's out there. That's one way how we build trust. How did I build trust? Good morning, Patricia. I know when it's you now. And I know it's you because you like the post. I watch that stuff because I care about what happens. I care what happens in my world. I care what happens to the people around me, whether they're in my life or not. So I built trust here by never taking. What's the best way to say this without? I decline all offers from people. I do. Most time I'm just not approached. Okay. Because if you listen to just one of these, you know I will not do it. You know I won't do it. These people that are looking for people like me, okay, they understand I'm not looking for popularity. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. If I was looking for popularity, I would have quit doing this 3 years ago. No, I partially do this. Number one, I do this for me. Okay, because it helps me each day. It's a relief for me to come on here and talk about certain things, right? And I do that in a very wide, I kind of do that in a wide way. There's some things I do that I don't even realize I'm doing them, and I couldn't even explain it to you. I just know how people work. Yesterday's podcast, that's what people are calling them now. So I'm going to just jump on board, call all of them a podcast, right? It went very smooth, and I liked it. It went really well because I did a couple of intentional things. Number one, I started us out with what we're used to, a daily reflection. Okay, but we got another view from it, and it worked. It is so, you can tell how easy it is for me to talk to her, to Kara, and it was coming through. I felt it, and then we kind of interrupted things for a second and played the song. Okay. This brought you back in to me so that we could talk to you for another 20 minutes about self-care. See, I'm just telling you how we do this stuff because I do want to capture. So everything here starts with the title. Okay. Depending on what my title usually is how many people will show up. If I put up in there, I'm fucking mad, a lot of people will not show up. Nobody wants to come on here and watch me be angry. Okay? Only one person caught the anger video I did this morning. That's why I did it on live. So I could, as soon as I was done, I could just delete it. Hey, but I needed it. All right. We got 3 people here. Maybe more, maybe less. We can never count on that. So let's go ahead and get started with being trustworthy. I'm going to read out of A Day at a Time. That's where I got it from. But what can we do in our lives? And I'd love to hear from you guys too. What do you do in your life? Let's say you're working with a newcomer. How are you building trust with them? Okay. Now, I was in sales. You could probably tell. I was in sales for most of my career. Okay. And there are certain things about human salespeople know. We know when to turn on, we know when to turn off. We can tell by the way that you react. Okay. So, but I'd like to hear from everybody else too on what kind of things you do that are trustworthy. Okay. All right. Let's get to it. July 8th. When we speak with a friend in the program, suddenly I just felt a lot better. So, good morning. Good to have you. All right. I don't know why that was. Thank you, God. I needed that. When we speak with a friend in the program, we shouldn't hesitate to remind him or her of our need for privacy. All right. Sometimes you'll talk to somebody, and it is okay to say this. It is. We're talking about something pretty serious. It's going to stay between us, right? Okay. There's nothing wrong with asking that question. If somebody has a problem with you asking that question, you're talking to the wrong person. Oh, you know I'm trustworthy. You know, if they take offense, guess what? Do you think somebody is trustworthy that talks shit about other people to you? Do you join in on that stuff? People don't do that with me. Okay. Your rumor will die with me because I don't care. Until I have met somebody, I make no choices on that person. I make nothing on it because I have not met that person. Okay. And I trust my instincts on that. Okay? I don't know you well enough to trust your instincts. There are some people that I trust enough that if they said, Dion, work with this person, I would. Okay? So what is that? That's different levels of trust. So maybe what we should really ask ourselves is, how am I trustworthy? How am I not trustworthy? Okay? We got to understand our limitations. I know where I am not trustworthy. So I try not to create those things. But I talked to a friend this morning and she reminded me everything in baby steps. It's what I needed to hear. I needed direction again. See, I knew that if I kept this thing going this morning and didn't interrupt it with somebody that would not tolerate my bullshit, I would have a much better day. And that's exactly what happened. I had an intimate conversation with a friend that I know. I've talked to this person so much, okay? And it has never come back to me, ever. I trust this person with my shit inexplicably. That's nice. I'm going to tell you what, I've never met this person face to face. All right, let's get to the topic. Dion doesn't get off topic very often, does he? Besides every time? All right. Intimate communication is normally so free and easy among us that even a friend or a sponsor may sometimes forget when we expect him to remain silent. Okay? There it is. If they're being reminded of it, if you remind me, I'm going to love you for it. Because what you just said to me was, Dion, this is my boundary. Please do not cross it. You just used effective communication with me, and I'm going to appreciate that. See, I'd rather someone be honest. I'd rather you just not talk to me if you can't be honest with me. Hey, Dion, you're kind of flighty. That's kind of hard to work with. You know, don't do that. Don't do, hey, let's meet, and then can't, or, not show up. Oh, I got caught up. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. Because if I'm not a priority, I'm not going to work with you. I'm sorry. I don't have time. No, that's not true. I have time, but I'm not giving that time anymore. So, such privileged, and this is privileged information. Okay. Now, we have people in our lives that are what we call persons of trust. Those are usually teachers, family, pastors. Okay. Not pastures, pastors. Not a field of grass, but a man with a, or a woman. Can women be pastors? I don't know. Somebody please tell me if that's right or not. Such privileged informations have important advantages. For one thing, we find in them the perfect opportunity to be as honest as we know how to be. There it is. Do you allow people to be as honest as they can be? See, if you're trying, I'm going to notice that. I will notice it. And anybody that has done this work thoroughly and fearlessly will act different. Okay, you will see these people and you'll see them go through something with grace, and it'll confuse you because you haven't done the work. Everything in the book is a guide. No matter, I could open that big book and give you a guide right off the bat. Let me we got some people and it says Facebook user, so I don't know who to give credit to here. Sorry. I offer total transparency to everyone, and that's it. Thank you. I personally don't trust those who cannot be assertive, and assertiveness is a very healthy way. Okay, assertiveness is a very healthy way to communicate. Okay, thank you for that. Beating around the bush often proves to be BS. It does, and it usually doesn't make much sense either, right? So if I just came on here and just, started talking out of the side of my head, you guys wouldn't trust me because it wouldn't follow my actions. When I came on here and I started the Daily Trudge, the reason I started it was actually for my mental illnesses. It didn't really have much to do with my alcoholism. It just so happened that most of my friends with alcoholism in the program also dealt with these things. So I found it important that people saw me go through it. Okay. I've got close to 1,500 videos, I think. I need to put them all in one place. See, that's where I'm not trustworthy. Right? I don't do good at that. It's too much for me. I don't know how to, that's where I need help. So let's go back to this. For another, we don't have to worry about the possibility of injury to other people, nor the fear of ridicule or condemnation. At the same time, we have the best possible chance to spot self-deception. Am I trustworthy to those who trust me? That is, good morning, Jerry. It's good to see you, honey. You know what? I've got a lot of sisters in this program. For some reason, Jerry came on and it hit my brain because she's a sister to me. Okay. That means you fuck with Jerry, you're going to fuck with me. That's what that means. So don't fuck with Jerry. All of you are my friends here. And I support the people that support me. Isn't that the way that it works? Right? See, I'm here for everybody. I'm not just here for one person. The goal is to help one person a day, but if I can help more, I'm going to do it. And it's not just going to be alcoholics and addicts. Did you guys hear that theme song yesterday? Do you know how much knowledge my nieces learned just because I do what I do? That's how she created that song. She created a beautiful song because of all of you. That wasn't just about me. Some of it was. Okay. So the parts that are about me are the doing it right. Okay. Now she got to see me when I was drunk. She did. She saw me when I was at my worst too. Okay. So she's She's never said she's proud of me, but her actions tell me something very different. Maybe she just doesn't know how to express that, right? You're much older. Say, what the fuck ever? Maybe in age. All right. Am I trustworthy to those who trust me? I still want to cover that a little bit more because you never know who trusts you. You don't. You don't know until they tell you. Right? There's a lot of people that trust me and I've never met them. Okay. What does that mean? That means that I can't come on here and talk about Roe versus Wade. I can't come on here and bring up silly. Whoa, Dion. I apologize. Okay. We don't talk about the president here. I don't talk about worldly clamors. I don't. We don't cover those. Okay. This is to get our will in line with God for the day. Right. And to do that, we got to ask ourselves some very intentional questions. Can I be trustworthy today? Can I be as honest as I can? See, I know people that are as honest as they can. You can tell. You can tell. Today, I pray for God's assistance in making me a trustworthy confidant. I need to be a person others will be willing to share with. I need to be an open receiver, not just a transmitter. I'm feeling this, guys. I'm feeling this because of my podcasting. I have been told, my wife must be home, dogs are barking. I have been told from people that have spoke that, Dion, you're very easy to talk to. And that's why my podcasts come out like they do. I'm going to tell you something else. I've never listened to one of my podcasts. I've never listened to one of my daily trudges, ever. Why? Humility. Humility. If you were watching yesterday, Kara had a little bit of noise. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, we don't care about that here. We don't. I don't. Nobody's making money. Nothing weird is happening. You know what? Life isn't perfect. So I let the little things that happen here that shouldn't happen. I don't care. I remember one of my first podcasts, because in the beginning, it pissed me off. My wife would open a soda and you could hear, and I'd get on her. You know what? And I decided, fuck it, because it's going to happen. And people need to see it happen. You do. You need to see it happen so that you know what course to take yourself. Right? You think that happened on accident? This is God's world. No, it did not. God wants you to see something. He wants you to see something at all times. Question is, are you willing to take a look at it? I'm so off trustworthy here. Okay. Today I pray for a large portion of the tried and trueness so that I may be a better and more receptive friend to those who choose to confide in me. Today I'll remember, be a receiver. Be a receiver. Good. Something my friend did for me this morning, and I just kind of want to bring this up because this is the right way to talk to somebody that is going through anxiety or PTSD, because I was having an anxiety moment. And what she said to me, Dion, was, yes, your feelings are valid. Your feelings are very valid. And I understand that you're going through them, and I'm listening. It's all I needed. And my attitude changed. Because she met me where I was. Okay. And her name, I mention her name all the time. Her name's Lori. Okay. She's fucking beautiful. I love her till my dying day. In fact, she's the closest thing that I have to a sponsor. Okay. Because she doesn't treat me higher or lower or anything. We're equals, and that's what I love about it. That's why Jerry's my friend, because she treats me as an equal. If you treat me as an equal, you're gonna catch my heart one day. I'm already married. I'm kidding. I am married, but I was joking. So it's good Dion's cracking jokes because I couldn't crack a joke hour and a half ago. So all right, that's gonna be it today for the Daily Trudge. There are bigger things coming up. I'm just noticing little nuances like the other day, and this made me feel so good. How can I find the Daily Trudge? I can't find it. It made me feel good. People are clamoring for my stuff. It's better than money. I love you guys. Peace out and have a day.